Now that we've gone over the algorithms needed for the next two steps, let's go over 12 cases you might encounter in step 2. The first case is everything is solved and there's nothing more to do. The rest of the 11 cases require some work. The first 4 cases have all 4 corners oriented incorrectly, and the yellow center is not on top, like this one. The first case is easy. Bring the yellow center to the front and have the headlights on the right, and do A. The second case is just as easy, and is just the mirror of the first case. Again, bring the yellow center to the front, have the headlights on the left, and do A prime. The third case is when the yellow center is in back of the headlights. Hold it so the yellow center is in front, and do F. The fourth case is when the yellow center is in front of the headlights, and is the longest of the 4 cases. Hold it so the yellow center is in the back of you, and do A prime, and then C. Note that the last move in A prime and the first move in C can be combined into R prime, which makes the combination 10 moves instead of 11. Next we have what I call the 4 peanut cases, where 2 corners are oriented incorrectly, and the yellow center is not on top. The first 2 cases handle when the yellow center is behind these 2 corners, like this. The first case is behind the left corner. Hold it like this and do C. An alternative for this case is to hold it like this and do Dback. The second case is when the yellow center is behind the right corner. Hold it like this and do Cback prime. An alternative for this case is to hold it like this and do D. The next cases are when the yellow center is in front of the 2 corners. The first case is the yellow center is next to the left corner. Hold it like this and do A, Y, A. An alternative for this case is to hold it like this and do Dback prime. The last of the peanut cases is when the yellow center is next to the right corner. Hold it like this and do A prime, Y prime, A prime. An alternative for this case is to hold it like this and do D prime. The next 2 cases deal with only the corners, since the yellow center will already be on top. The first case is when there are 4 corners that need orienting. Hold the headlights to the left and do A twice. You could also hold the headlights to the right and do A prime twice. This next case is when you have 2 corners that need orienting, like this, and the top center is on top. Hold the Skewb like this and do G. Since G is difficult to perform quickly, I'll provide an alternative algorithm. Hold the Skewb like this, and do C, and then A. The last case is when you have all the corners oriented correctly, but you have 3 to 5 centers to permute, and the top center is not in its place. In this case, there's nothing to do in step 2, so just skip to step 3.